As they moved through the billiards room, Madison stopped quickly to light the pool tables and cues on fire. The green felt from the tabletop started popping with little sparks. Pool sticks, once neatly mounted in their cases, were splintering like matchsticks from the flames. In the music room, Mary Todd reluctantly set row after row of bound sheet music alight. Black smoke began billowing from the bookcases, clogging Hamilton's nose and mouth. Soon his body was riddled with choking coughs. He struggled to call out his warnings as he dodged pianos and music stands, hoping to catch anyone left in the building. As Hamilton looked around, he could barely even see Regan bringing up the rear, but he could hear "Troops!" being yelled in front of him. That must be Dad. With the help of his family, the fire was getting really bad, really quickly. The roar of it almost deafened him as they ran past the ballroom, which his father had already set alight. Behind him, Hamilton heard the tuneless clang of something falling onto the grand piano. It sent a chill down Hamilton's spine. That couldn't have been the ceiling. Could it? The Holts were running toward the exit now, Hamilton shouting alarms as they raced through the great hall where the projector screen was already engulfed in flames. Taking a left out of the great hall, Hamilton stopped before the grand staircase to be sure that Regan had made it through the house safely. As soon as she turned the corner, Hamilton fell in behind her, and they raced over to the staircase. But just as they finished descending the stairs, a section of the roof caved in, sending upstairs dining room crashing right through the middle of the grand staircase. Hamilton turned around to watch the last of it fall through. He heard a shrill scream, and through the smoke he saw Cousin Ingrid stuck in one of the fractured floorboards above the fiery hole left in the stairway. Hamilton didn't have to think twice. He spun around and headed straight for the fiery pit. "Hamilton! Ham! Come back!" his parents yelled. His sister screamed behind him, but their shouts were drowned by the roar of the fire. There was no way he could get to her through those flames. He'd have to find a way to douse them if he was going to cross over the gaping hole in the staircase. He looked around for a source of water. The flowers. Grace always kept a magnificent flower arrangement in the foyer to greet guests. Hamilton ran over to the table, grabbed the arrangement, and ripped the flowers free. He carried the vase full of water as far up the staircase as he could possibly go. The flames were as high as his waist now and obscuring his view of Cousin Ingrid. He could hear her calling to him through the fire, and her signature medallion necklace was gleaming through the smoke like a beacon, refracting the light of the flames. Hamilton knew he didn't have much time left. He held up the vase, feeling the cool china beneath his hands. It was strange to feel something besides heat when you were inside a burning mansion. Hamilton took aim and tossed the water at the base of the worst flames. Success. The fire sizzled out, leaving a broken path of smoking, charred wood between him and Cousin Ingrid. There was just enough room for Hamilton to get across the gap. He took a few steps down the stairs to get a running start, then leaped across the fiery hole to the stairway above. He landed safely, but teetered a little on the weakened beams. After catching his balance, he quickly grabbed hold of Ingrid's ankle and began pulling it from the floorboard, but it wouldn't budge. Hamilton glanced down to get a closer look. No wonder she's stuck, Hamilton realized. Why is Cousin Ingrid wearing combat boots to a funeral? But before he could ask the question out loud, her foot popped free. The hole it left behind instantly started spewing smoke. Hamilton picked her up just like he did his barbells while bench pressing at the gym, leaped over the hole, and carried her to safety below the burning stairs. Together, the Holt family and Cousin Ingrid ran outside to the front lawn. Covered in soot and coughing incessantly, everyone collapsed to the ground between the main drive, gasping for air. When Hamilton finally caught his breath, he realized the rain had stopped. He looked up to the burning mansion. A window burst open from the heat of the flames. Smoke spewed from every possible crack and opening, forming a deep black cloud above the manor. He could hear eaves bursting inside and the horrible yawn of collapsing beams. A sense of relief washed over him as he counted his family members. Everyone had made it out alive. He'd even saved Cousin Ingrid. He looked around. Where is she? Before Hamilton had a chance to find her, a giant crash rang out from the mansion. He turned and caught a glimpse of the massive chandelier in the foyer falling through the air. A split second later, a giant ball of fire flashed out through the front door like a dragon, exhaling its last breath. The mansion was dying.